Aplus Accounting 9 is a full-scale accounting program that may be downloaded off the web. If you do a search for Aplus Accounting 9 on any web search engine, you should be able to pull up the download page for Aplus Accounting 9. Accounts receivable is one of the largest accounting modules in accounting, the other one being job costing. And the two do integrate with each other to some extent. If I were to go to accounts receivable, then I would see the major options on the main menu for accounts receivable being data manager, invoicing, enter payment information, report menu, and specialized. If I were to go into data manager, I could see the general customer information for accounts receivable with their billing addresses, shipping addresses, all sorts of fields pertinent to taxes grouped together, funds grouped together, and we can launch either their email address or their website from these links inside the fields. How about going to invoicing, and we could write an invoice. If I do go to invoicing and then invoices and then add invoice, I can click on F1 and select a customer from our customer table. Now I can write the customer product and invoicing information. If I don't put in any materials in the materials field, then the taxes will not be calculated correctly. Because normally with taxes you only pay on materials, you don't pay on the taxes immediately to city and states on non-tangible goods. If I press the F2 key, I can then see the invoice information in a screen type format. Also, towards the bottom of the screen, I see edit, so we can edit the invoice there or delete it. Or we could see the invoice in invoice format and print it if we wanted to so that we can send it to the customer. On the very bottom of the user interface, we see various command buttons such as credit card interface, dispute interface, should we wish to dispute tracking or shipping information or anything on invoice. Our shipping information for the shipping interface has several fields, and that does a fairly good job of keeping track of different shipments in great detail, such as always, of course, having the tracking number there, box number, container number. Some people didn't quite like that user interface I just displayed quite well enough, so I wrote another section of the program to handle invoices differently. If I go to the main accounts receivable menu and then I go to enter payment information, I can see a different type of interface for writing invoices. If I add an invoice here, I can then select the customer from the same page. I can pull up the job costing information, such as put it down as 11100 contract receivables. I can find the job costing category number for it, such as general cleanup. and my invoice is written. Accounts receivable has assorted grids on it, such as a customer search for drop down or drill down searching of customers, as does much of the program, or the various other pertinent tables, such as the main invoicing grids. Invoicing has two different report menus. The first one is fairly standardized to accounting and has a lot of reports that are standardized to the accounting world in general, such as paid report, unpaid report, aged receivables report, various city and state tax reports. In addition, the secondary menu system for the reports has more specific reports due to the need for tracking reports and dispute reports and various contracts that have to do with accounts receivable. As always, we have help in flowchart formats as well as text formats for the different sections of the program. If I go to the main menu system and then go to help, I can see a flowchart of how accounts receivable works to some extent. We have the general information for the customers that I just showed you, then payment information, invoicing, and then it all goes to permanent data, which is where the reports are written off of. Inventory integrates with accounts receivable as well as general ledger and job costing. Then if I were to click on this second icon inside this main accounts receivable help, I would pull up the manual for the program.